guys, welcome back to Chioma Stitches. My name is Chioma. Today we are going to be making a ruched sleeve, and this is going to be an off-shoulder ruched sleeve. And before we get into it, I want to thank all my old subscribers. You guys, I'm really appreciative of your support. Thank you for sticking around with me. And for the new subscribers, you guys are welcome. I am so happy to have you here, and I hope you learn a lot from this channel. And if you are seeing this channel for the very first time, I hope you decide to subscribe and join this beautiful family. For this tutorial, I have 2 yards of tulle fabric, and I'm going to be using these 2 yards for both sleeves, and it's going to be more than enough. Okay, so I have my already drafted basic sleeve pattern here. I'm going to leave a link in the description box on how we drafted this. So I drafted this pattern for another sleeve. That's the sleeve you see up there. So you can check it out. It's also a very beautiful sleeve that is trending. I'm going to be using this as my pattern. Okay, so I'm just going to transfer what I have here to this. And as you can see, I've added sewing allowance to this, and I added too much sewing allowance. I'm going to be reducing the sewing allowance though. But first, let's transfer our pattern. This is the pattern. And so from here, for my off-shoulder effect, I'm going to be taking out the armhole part of the sleeve. So I'm taking out this armhole. And like I said, I want to reduce the sewing allowance. I want to take out some of the sewing allowance. Now you measure your off-shoulder. Whatever you get as your off-shoulder, you are going to take out what you need for both the front part of your dress and the back part of your dress. Okay, now this is the dress. I'm going to be using this tool for the off shoulder. Okay, this dress, I'm already done with the body of the dress, although I'm not done beading it. I didn't film this, so I didn't film this. I'm just showing you how neat it looks on the inside. So neat. And this is the front side of the dress. I like this basket effect I gave it, and I finished beading the front. Okay, I had to bead on it. All these are appliques, a lace cutout that I patched on it, and relate the beading to the color here. You see, using the gold here to bead it. So when you are getting your off shoulder, okay, when you've taken your measurements around your off shoulder, whatever you have, you start taking out what you have from the body of the dress. Then the remaining one, you can divide it for both sleeves. Okay, now for my off shoulder, I have 41 inches. So 41 inches, I'm going to start taking out here. Knowing that we need half an inch on both ends here for sewing, I'm going to be skipping the half an inch. As you can see, I skip half an inch and I take my measurement. Okay, so what I have here is 12.5 inches because I'm taking out my half an inch I'm going to use to attach the sleeve to the body. Okay, so I have 12.5. Now for the front part, you take it, your 12.5, you place it here from the half an inch you've taken out. You're going to measure it as well. Also observe the other half an inch. So I have 26 inches here, 26 inches from 41 inches. Okay, so we have 15 inches left. We still have 15 inches to work with for our sleeve. So this 15 inches, you're going to divide it into 2 for both sleeve, and that is going to give you 7.5 inches for both sleeve. Now at the top here, this is where you impute your 7.5 inches. 7.5 divided by 2 is going to be about 3.8. So I'm marking here. Then you add the same half an inch you need. You'll be adding the half an inch you are going to need to join the sleeve to the bodies you have here. And then you're going to measure the distance from here, from the top of your dress to your armhole. I have about 5 inches. So you're going to come down here to like 4 inches, because it is the 4 inches curve that is giving you this 5 inches. And I'm going to do like curve this. When you measure this like so, you have your 5 inches. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. Now of course I have 2 here because for the 2 sleeves, obviously. Okay, so this is what I have for my sleeve. I have my center already marked out for me. Now you can indicate your sewing allowance as well. Now these lines I've drawn in the center and on the sides, these are the places I'm going to be gathering my tool on it. So I'm going to spread out my tool like so, and I'll take it to my machine, making sure it covers like this, covers completely, and you will start gathering it. You start gathering it, and as you gather it, you sew until you get to the end. until you've gathered everything to give you your perfect tulle. I'm going to take this to the machine now and start gathering my tulle. So to begin, I'm going to fold in the edge like this, and then I'll start gathering it while I sew. Okay, so now that I've gotten to the end, to continue, just move the same gather, extend it to this place and start sewing. And then you continue the same thing on this other side as well. So this is what we have. So I'm going to go ahead and trim out the excesses. Look at this. This is going to be our sleeve. Now this is how the sleeve is going to come out. Seeing that I used 2 yards to achieve this kind of fullness, if you want your own fullness to be more than this, you can now use more than, you can use 3 yards or 4 yards, depending on how full you want it. And of course, all these pieces you have here, you can choose places where you can attach them. Okay, so let me show you how you can increase the fullness on your sleeve. I'm going to take this like so, and I'm just going to place it over here. You can cut this out. You can come over here too and just spread it out, you know, whatever is left. So instead of throwing it away, you get to use it. So after this, I've added more fullness, and you're just going to go ahead and reattach it on each side, okay, so that every part of it will have the same level of fullness. So I'm going to repeat this thing. Just hold all these ones, all these extras I added. I'm just going to hold it down by sewing it on the same line again, and then I'll show us what we'll do next. So what you're going to do now is start taking out the paper. You're going to peel off the paper like so. So you're going to go ahead and take out all of the pieces of the paper around it. Okay, pick out everything, and then you take it to your machine and you will sew. You will join the sides. So when you turn it inside out, now to attach this, you're going to take this one like so. Sew it on the body here, sew here, and you have a ruched sleeve. So I'm going to try this on, and I will show us what it looks like. Also, I'm thinking of adding a flare at the end of my own to give it more ease. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you have not subscribed. Also, if this is your first time of joining this family, I hope you decide to subscribe and stay with us. See you guys in my next tutorial. Bye bye.